I know you made a couple trips to Hawaii to play golf. First off, does the golf ball go further in Hawaii?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
good.
there's rumor
That's right.
going around that you once hit a lob wedge from 188 yards and you flushed it.
Oh.
And it might have come up 100 yards short.
Yeah. I'm assuming that probably came from Mr. Max Homa. I was sitting around. I mean, I go through stretches of really bad golf, and this was terrible. In my defense, which isn't any defense, I had a reunion in North Dakota. Joe put this little thing together in Maui. I went right from this thing, had my club straight to Maui, which isn't an excuse. I got in there. I'm like, just as Justin Thomas was winning the playoff, and I'm like, God, I hope these guys aren't home because I need to go to fucking bed. Walk in, they're all boozing. I'm like, oh my God. So I had to rally.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my God. I was hoping they'd be at a bar so I could just ignore their text messages. And it was go out, we play golf the next day. Just hitting it. I actually chipped it and putted good, thank God. But just hitting it like a true asshole. And finally, I'm riding with Ben Marsh. And I'm like, how far out? He's like, 88. I'm like, yeah, sounds good. I'm like, that's a lob wedge. And I like kind of look at it, and I'm like, man, it's a little uphill. I'm like, I'll just have to step on it a little bit. I flush this thing right at the flag. It's nice and high. I'm like, oh man, I got that. I'm like sitting there posing.
I heard you said finally out loud.
Finally,
yeah,
finally.
Finally, it's
Fleshy.
right at it. And then it lands at the bottom of the hill. It was fucking 188 yards. You need to hit like a full 6-iron.
I love that you couldn't look and be
Yeah,
like,
dude. How in one do you got to be to confuse
man.
88 with one? That's bad caddying. That's not on. That's not on
I was gonna
you,
say,
dude.
Marsh's
That's
gotta do a
Marsh's
better
deal,
job.
who's the
bud.
worst caddy, Ben Marsh or Joe Scovrin? I was going to ask that, but I decided just
Yeah, I think.
When my guy is in one, you got to spell. You can't abbreviate shit.
Yeah.
88. A lot of guys will know that means 188.
Yeah,
but when you're
I
Tommy
mean,
and he's coming off a bender,
you might have to
you
write
better
it down
put the
for
right
me.
digit.
Be
Yeah,
like
you might have to write it and
188
tattoo it on
longhand.
your face.
I love it.
I did
All right.
flush that wedge.
All right,
though.
next
I
one.
did flush that way. So.